Well. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my little live stream. We are at the ocean. It's a very, very breezy Friday on this fine FU Friday. You know what FU Friday is, right? We spend a little time on Fridays getting it out. Let's get it out. What bothered you this week? Tell me in the chat. We'll throw you on the big screen, and you'll become a star for a few seconds. Ross Dog's Broken Spirit, you're late like an unwanted pregnancy. Well, damn, I'm sorry about that, Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. Yes, you are first on the whole damn thing, my friend. Who else we got? We got Kevin. We got Nick. We got Darren Albertson. We got Scott Watson up the river. We got John Courts down there in Philly. Scott K, happy Friday. Mr. Hughes, happy Friday right back at you, Scott. Let's see what the neighbors are up to. Yeah, they're sleeping. No one's stupid enough to wake up this early in the summer when you have a beach house. I'm the only one. I'm a morning person, though. What's up, Tommy Chesh? Good morning to you. Tommy Festa making the dough for his pizza. In parts unknown, we got Aaron. Aye, Captain. What's up, Aaron? Dirty Delish. Good morning, open chat. Good morning. Who else? We got Jeff. You seem new around here. What's up, Jeff? Happy Friday to you. Cheers to everybody. Hope you're going to have a good weekend. I would assume the heat wave is over because it's a bit chilly this morning. I'm cold. How am I cold? It's summer and supposedly there's a heat wave somewhere else. That's ridiculous. I say FU to New York City. I'll get it going. FU to New York City. FU that they can't figure out their wiring. FU to the fact they can't get AC on their damn subway cars. You know, they've just been duct taping everything, taking all our money, taking all our taxes, and not doing the right thing and upgrading our subway system, the wiring. The transit is a mess in New York City when we have a heat wave. So I guess I don't know. I guess a few people were stranded last night trying to get back to Jersey or mostly back to Jersey yesterday was the problem, right? Where they basically shut her down. They shut everything down. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you could swim across the Hudson River and get home. So F you to that garbage. If you're going to take all our taxes, our money for taxes, then you got to do the right thing and have a lovely infrastructure. Go to Japan, figure out what they're doing, and redo it over here in America. Although it's a little crowded in Japan, and they're weird, right? Japanese people are weirdos, right? With their vending machines. They're just weird people. Oh, boo, I'm at the ocean and I'm cold. Get tough, LOL. Shut up, Scott. I could say shut up to Scott because he's not here to hurt me. It's easy to tell someone to shut up through a computer, isn't it, everybody? Shut up. No, I like Scott Watson. We're friends, actually. But I am chilly. It's weird because everyone's telling me how hot it is in New York City, and I'm like, we're not feeling it out here. John Courts, FU to bring in my car. All right, here we go. FUs, let's go, guys. Let's do this today. FU to bring in my car for inspection and have to pay $2,000 for new engine mounts. Oh my God! What? Is that a thing? Do they rust out? It's always the worst when you're going for an inspection. Like, I'll pay what? What is it now? Less than $100, and then obviously they got you. They got to find something, and you don't know. You don't know if your engine mounts were bad. You got to trust these people. Could be a guy underneath going, I'm going to hammer this guy for engine mounts. Sorry to hear that, John Courts. I'm a little scared because I literally got to go in for an inspection on my car and a little service action, and I can only imagine what they're going to find when I bring my car in. All right, RJ Hinners, there you go. There's an FU Friday, though, and it'll be another dozen years before those new rail tunnels are ready. It's just stupid. Our parents' generation, and my daddy was a bit older, so maybe we have to go back 2 generations now. They built stuff. That lasted. F you to my kids. Why have been waking up? Wait, Jeff. F you to my kids. Why have I been waking up before 6 a.m. every day since school got out? Oh, damn. Your kids don't sleep in? That sucks. Yeah, that absolutely sucks. We let our kids sleep as late as they want now that school is over. What up, Tim? What up, Greg Buell? Buell working with the robots. He's the problem. This guy right here, Greg Buell, he's the problem. He works with the robots that are going to completely take us down eventually. You know, humans, we wander the earth. We don't have any natural predators. We're the top of the food chain. So we got bored and we said, we need predators. And those predators are robots. And you might go to yourself, we can just unplug them. Shut up, Opie. How about you read an article? How about you do some of that reading? Eventually, we're not going to be able to control the robots or the AI. Greg Buell knows. He knows. Tommy Chesh, 50th high school reunion weekend. I'm up early to see the sun as I complete another lap around it. Well, cheers to you, Tommy Chesh. One of the good ones right there. Mr. Chesh is one of the good ones. He's, I mean, I'll say this. I went to a reunion recently, and now it's all about who's still alive. I remember going to my 10th high school reunion. It almost felt like we were still in school. Oh, you look a little older, not much. Oh, I made a tiny bit of gray. Last high school reunion I went, people were coming in on walkers, oxygen tanks. I'm like, what is going on? How's it possible I'm as old as you people? And then, you know, the big conversation now when you go to a high school reunion is who's still alive? Oh, he's okay. But enjoy Tommy Chesh. By the way, using a new camera. I hope you notice. Hope this one will work. This is only my 5th or 6th camera I'm trying. I'm going finally with a GoPro. Ross Dog's Broken Spirit giving me $5. Oh, yeah, it's also Super Chat Friday. That's right. Super Chat Friday. What is that, Ope? Well, it's an opportunity for you to show your appreciation to me and throw money at me. Isn't that a great bit? I wish I came up with this bit on the Opie and Anthony show. Super Chat Friday. Imagine we're doing Opie and Anthony. Super Chat Friday. You throw money at us because we're so great. What is Ross Dog's Broken Spirit saying? F you to ABC for canceling the greatest American hero after 3 seasons. You killed William Katz's career. Also, F you to NBC for canceling Manimal. All right. I'm with you. I think I'm with you on that one, Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. They canceled a lot of shows after only a couple seasons. I think the Gilligan's Island back in the day only had like 2 or 3 seasons. That was stupid, right? That show could have went on forever. The Professor and Marianne here on Gilligan's Island. The stupid Gilligans, the Gilligans people. They got a boat on the shoreline with a hole in it, and they can't figure it out. Oh, we can't figure it out, but we'll build a mini city on the island. And the stupid boat's sitting there with a hole in it. Oh, that's ridiculous. Richie Rich, morning, who the man? Well, who the man? Who the man today, Richie Rich? I do this cold. I'm going to go with the one, the only, Donald Sutherland. My God, man, you know, the celebrities, the last few celebrities that died were just fucking powerhouses. Oh, my God, Jerry West, Willie Mays, and now Donald Sutherland, who was just an amazing actor. And he came in and did the Opie and Anthony show once. Or maybe it was Opie and Jim. Or maybe it was Opie and Friends. I don't know. But we got to talk to Donald Sutherland once, and he was absolutely awesome. An awesome guy. And, you know, I think he made it, I want to say he made it to 90, maybe late 80s. Sucks. So, Richie Rich, I'm going to go with the Donald Sutherland is the man today. All right? All right. Come on, man. Let's do this. It's FU Friday. We're going to work off the chat today. So what bothered you this week? Let me know. I'll tell you, the guy at the sushi place with the fancy shoes that I felt like I was going to have to scrap with, he bothered me this week. You know, when you're going to get in a fight with somebody, right? Learned this a long time ago. Look at their shoes. This guy looked really, really scary. Kind of looked like he could have been a hitman, if you want to know the truth. But he was wearing the rich man slippers with the little tassels. I'm like, all right, I got him. All I have to do is get him to back up. If he backs up a little bit, he's going to slip on the floor, and I'm going to win that scrap. Papa Gate on the deck, no more Baby Gate, and chair to keep it up. Well, that's for the doggy. So the doggy doesn't run out and start humping something, and then I got to run out to the beach and go, sorry, we didn't get him fixed. But basically at the sushi joint, I forgot to talk about this yesterday because we had Ron the waiter on, but went to a sushi joint after we saw the seals released back into the ocean. And we were very happy. We were living in the moment. We were just really enjoying our night. The releasing of the seals was absolutely awesome. And then, we get a table at our sushi joint, and we're kind of a little louder than usual. We're telling jokes, making each other laugh and stuff, And I see this guy. He's by himself. He's about no more than 7 feet away from us, and he's kind of huffing and puffing a little bit because he doesn't like that we're, I guess, enjoying our sushi and being happy. We're not being loud. We're at a good volume for a restaurant. And all of a sudden my son burps. He burps. It was an accident. It happens, and we all kind of giggled because the burp was a little on the loud side. And all of a sudden I see the guy kind of turn our way, and he's huffing and puffing. Goes back to his sushi. And then we're still being a little on the loud side, and we're just enjoying ourselves. But as a parent, I'm thinking, okay, I don't think I need to turn down the volume here at our table. I think we're good. Vending machines are our natural predators. They sure are. Silly Chili, Hilly, Philly, Millie, Billy. I like that a lot because you're right. You're right, because the stuff we grab out of the vending machines is killing us. So that, yes, vending machines are our natural predators. Anyway, so the sushi meal continues, and all of a sudden my son lets out a burp that shook the fucking walls. And he turns around, gives me a look, and he kept the look going. It wasn't a quick one. This was a I've had it. Now, I tell my kids, and I'm sure if you're a parent, you tell your kids this. It's like, give me something to work with. If you're in school and let's say you're getting bullied and you want to knock his teeth out, give me something to work with. So when I go to the school and defend you, I got something. I got it, right? He didn't give me anything to defend. It was way too loud. The burp shook the effing walls. He's now staring at me and giving me the look of death. So I had to collapse on that one. I had to collapse. I said, I'm sorry. Like, I very dramatically, like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And he went back to his sushi. And he's kind of pounding the table. And then the lady comes over that runs the sushi joint. We've been going there for, I don't know, no less than 10 years, and every time she sees us, we're like strangers. Cue the Patrice O'Neal bit, because that bit back in the day by Patrice O'Neal is one of my favorites of all time when he talks about going to the same sushi or Chinese restaurant. Oh, it's a Chinese restaurant. Oh, my God, I got to get this right. He goes to the same Chinese restaurant over and over and over again, and he was treated like a stranger, and they never gave him anything for free after all those years of business. That's the concept of the bit. The bit itself is absolutely hilarious, but I can relate to that because in this particular sushi joint, the lady looks at us like, "Hi, are you new here?" No, we've only been here no less than 100 times. So then the rest of the meal, he complains to the lady, and then we're just holding our breath, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, look, my son was in the wrong. I'm not one of these parents that is going to sit here and say my kids are perfect. I'm like, oh, my son was wrong. I just want this guy out of the sushi joint, but he's really bad. And he's huffing and puffing. Oh, by the way, he had some kind of smoker cough. I guess that was okay in the sushi joint. So he's coughing all over his sushi that we could all hear. I guess that was okay, but the burp was too much. And then he gets up, and I'm like, oh God. I was like, I think I'm gonna scrap with this guy. And that's when I looked down at his shoes. I'm like, oh, okay, I can take him. He's got the rich man slipper shoes on. I'm good. Maybe I don't take him, but I'll do all right. I'll be all right. I don't think there will be any paramedics called after this fight. Yes, I said after this fight. And then he gives me a look, and I'm like, oh, God, if he says anything stupid, if he says anything about you gotta, like, you gotta control your kids or something like that. You parents know what I'm talking about. I'm like, here it is. If he says anything like that, we're gonna be in trouble. And then he gave me one last glare. And he walked out of the joint. And as soon as that door closed, we started laughing our asses off. But I was on high alert. I'm like, is it going down? Am I gonna have to fight with this guy over a stupid belch that was a little too loud that shook the damn walls? So I say F you to that guy. F you to that guy. Yeah. That's what I do. What's your FUs? Give me one in the old chatteroo, and we'll put it on the big screen. John Kortz, great comedy quick hits. Well done. Oh, thank you, John Kortz. So yeah, I have a second podcast. It's called Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. Here's a clip.
Sam's got his legs spread like he's about to give birth, and I feel weird with his knee hanging all over me.
Well, it's because your knees are bare.
I know, but God dang.
Those Daisy Dukes, you got like a baby bird hanging out the bottom of them.
And if you want more of that hilarity, make sure you subscribe to my other podcast, Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. Joe Rizzo, hey Ope, I'm never up this early, but woke up and decided to go for a walk. You ever walk or hike out there? Oh my God, Rizzo, I walk every morning with the dog. Every morning I walk with the dog up and down this beach. Sometimes I'll go for a mile or two. It gets a little monotonous. It's just glorious, but it's also a little monotonous. I'd rather try to find a nice trail, hiking trail. I like seeing the codes. Oh, I think I'm going to do the yellow trail today. You sure? The yellow one's a little challenging. Oh, it's not challenging. Shut up. I like to do that. I like to figure out a color trail and go for it. But I haven't even done a lot of that hiking lately, unfortunately. But yeah, we walk every morning, man. I got a new bit called "What Did We Find on the Beach Today?" And I put those videos up on all my social media. The latest one, I think, is... Where did I put it last night? I think I put it on my Facebook, Opie Radio Fans, and my Instagram, Opie Radio. All right. And so far, we found a fish head. What did we find on the beach today? We found a fish head, a giant striped bass that had no meat left on it. We found a applicator, which people thought I set up. I'm like, why would I set up something for a dumb, quick video for my social media? That's stupid. I think people got annoyed that came out well, that they had to, complain about it somehow. If I was going to set it up, I would have got a bloody something. I would have faked a bloody one and put it in the seaweed, not an applicator. And then yesterday we found a balloon. It drives, when you live out here at the ocean, you understand marine life a little better. You understand nature a little better. I'm not all in. Trust me. I had an argument with the piping plover people yesterday. Oh, that's another FU I could get into. But with that said, these people take it very seriously. When they walk the beach and they see one of those balloons that we've all bought, I can't sit here and make believe I never bought a balloon. And the people that are really annoyed picking up the balloons on the shoreline, they've also have bought their share of balloons. But the locals, they get so annoyed by the balloons because we all buy them. You're in the backyard. It's your grandma's birthday. She's opening up presents that she'll never use. And then you guys let the grandkids, let the balloons go. Well, a lot of those balloons end up in the ocean and they strangle marine life. So when we walk up and down the beach, we see the balloons on the shoreline, we get really annoyed. Now I'm one of those guys, I get really annoyed. And I make believe I didn't buy 1 million balloons, for my kids. But honestly, we don't buy as many anymore. We don't. And we certainly don't release them if we do buy them. But anyway, there you have it. Tommy Chesh, $4.99 to start of summer. Here's some sunscreen money. Thank you, Tommy Chesh. I'll spend most of the summer in long sleeve shirts. Gotta protect the damn skin. I don't feel like paying $750 every time I need something cut off my body because my mom wanted to save money on sunscreen. So now, besides the sunscreen, I wear a lot of long sleeve shirts out here. A lot. But thank you, Tommy Chesh. Greatly appreciate you. Yeah, yesterday the piping plover people were out. They put up this fencing. I got a loogie. What do I do? All right, I think I swallowed it. That was the better choice out of the two. I was able to kind of shove it down. I don't know. It's kind of peaking up again. I think I got it down. All right. So yesterday after the live stream, I took Doggy for a walk. And, in the morning, early in the morning, we all go off leash. If your dog's not a monster, you go off leash. As soon as you see a dog coming down the beach and it's on leash, you're like, oh, okay, that dog's a problem. It's so obvious. So there's a bunch of us just frolicking with our dogs. We're locals. We're the ones that keep this beach going year round. And then you had these piping plover people. They had their clipboards out in their pens, and they're walking where all the piping plovers are hanging out, possibly laying eggs. If you don't know the deal, if you have a house on the shoreline, and they find a piping plover footprint. Is it a footprint in the sand? They shut down the entire area. Shut her down. You could play an NFL game in the area they shut down because they found one piping plover footprint. It's unbelievable. So as locals, we learned that all you have to do is rake. You get a rake and you rake up the piping plover footprints, and then they don't shut down the area in front of your house. Local knowledge, everybody. So yesterday the dogs are off leash. They're running around. They're sniffing butts and licking balls and doing what they have to do as you sit there with the other owner awkwardly making believe you're not watching an orgy in front of you with your dogs. I don't know. The lady comes up to us with her clipboard. Excuse me, I'm from the Piping Plover Foundation. And we would appreciate it if you keep your dogs on leash for the next month. The piping plovers are laying eggs. I'm like, right, no problem. So then we all put our dogs on leashes, and then we walk about 20 yards, and then we unleashed them. You know all the tricks. I don't have to tell you the tricks. We all know the tricks. They already shut down the entire beach. And if the piping plover is, an endangered bird, then why are there so many of them? They're everywhere. Everywhere. I've got the insurance company giving me the runaround. That's your FU? I'm sorry to hear that, man. That just sucks. I don't know. I had my fender bender last year to the tune of a few $1,000s. Of a hell of a fender bender. Remember when you used to have a fender bender? Where your daddy had a fender bender when you were growing up, and you'd take it to the shop, and the guy would just take a hammer and just hammer out the fender bender. And then the guy would be like, I don't know, give me $20. You're a good customer, Fred. Just give me $20. Dad would give him $30, and the guy would be out of his mind happy. And now you go in with a little fender bender. Oh, got a little fender bender, and they study it. They take pictures. Well, we're gonna have to replace that panel, that light, this panel over here. What? We're gonna have to replace 3 panels. All right, how expensive could that be? You know you're in trouble when they go, well, been having a hard time getting parts from China, so it's gonna be about 5,000. 5,000? Oh my God! Good God! Tommy, back over here with the FB squad. Had to send some sunscreen funds. Thank you, Tom, mate. Yeah, I don't know. Facebook's wonky. They got rid of the stars program or something. No one can send me stars on Facebook. So guess what, Facebook? I don't live stream on your stupid platform. That's what I do now. Joseph Lewis, happy Friday, Open Gang. Happy Friday to you. Can I warm up my coffee and then we could go a little longer? Longa? Did I just... that's a Long Island word right there. Longa? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Your son should have farted, too. No, to be honest with you, my son was in the wrong. I know that. And like I said earlier, that's the one thing I say with my kids. There was some bullying going around in my school, where my kids go. And I looked at my son and I just said, just crack him in the teeth. Just crack him in the teeth. He'll never bother you again. And me and Mommy will take care of it. Yeah, I'm one of those dads because it gets annoying, the bullying. One crack just crack him in the teeth. But I'm like, no, just give me something to defend. I'll march down to that school. We already got a record. On this snot-nosed kid. But if they don't give me enough to, defend, that's the problem. And that's what happened in the sushi joint. The burp was, was wall-shattering that I knew... my son was in the wrong, and this guy had every right to complain. But then it was everything afterwards, the huffing and the puffing, and then I think he was actually trying to cough louder on purpose, and then going to the owner of the place. Ralph P, beers and fishing. Hey, what's up, Ralph P? Ross Dog's Broken Spirit gave me $5. Ope, if you were given the opportunity to arm wrestle Howard Stern, winner gets all. The combined money of both your fortunes, would you do it? Yes, I've seen Howard Stern. He's a wimp. Howard has always been a wimp. An absolute wimp with skinny arms. But the problem with the Howard Stern arm wrestle, it'd be like this. So what do I have to hold on to his... Or do they prop my arm up? He's a gangly... fucking weirdo, man. Yeah, I would do that. Absolutely. With that, I say hi to my friend Littlefoot. What's up, Robert?
Good morning.
Good morning to you, my friend. What is that Grateful Dead thing behind you? That's badass.
That's the poster from the last shows when they did the tour last year.
Holy crap, that's stunning. How much money have you spent on your Grateful Dead obsession, if you had to guess?
I don't know, thousands of dollars probably.
Thousands? That's not that bad, right?
No.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
As I get older, I'm kind of trying to show some appreciation for my friends and the people around me. And it gets awkward for some of these people because I'll just go, I love you. And they're like, ugh, we drink beers together. Will you shut up? But I wanted to talk to Robert, a.k.a. Littlefoot, today because you went to Vegas. You went to the Sphere, and you saw Dead and Company with John Mayer. And I wanted you to walk us through the Sphere experience because it's the only way to go now, and it's pretty obvious that they're going to build one of these on the East Coast. They're trying to figure that out as we talk today.
I can see that, absolutely. I mean, it's... for those of you that don't know what the Sphere is, right? So it's Jim Dolan, guy that owns Madison Square Garden and Chicago Theater, and I think Beacon Theater. But it take Madison Square Garden or any hockey or basketball arena, and then just sort of cut it in half,
right?
Or like actually here I've got a visual. It looks like this from the outside, right?
Right.
Looks like an Alexa,
right?
So here's the stage, area. Everybody, you got 18,000 people sitting here, 2,000 people or so on the floor, which is where I usually go. I'm a professional rail rider. I get right up front.
Wait, I got to stop you for a second. I didn't know that. I didn't know it could fit 20,000 people.
Yeah.
So is it as big as So it is as big as Madison Square Garden?
Yeah. But in a giant circle.
Right.
Sphere, right? Best sound I've heard ever in a venue of that size. And there are no speakers on the stage. And when you see a traditional concert in a arena or something like that, or a stadium, there's a big screen behind the artist, and there's maybe one to the left, one to the right. No, the whole thing behind the band and all the way up, everything is there's speakers, but it's also the screens for the visuals. This is the second time I've been out there. I went out there for U2 in February, and then I was at their beginning for week 4 of, I think it's going to end up being 10 weekends of Dead and Company shows at the Sphere. So I sort of caught the middle, or what was the middle at the time. They're playing through mid-August. It's just amazing. Dead and Company, just like the Grateful Dead, do a different show every night.
Right.
So you're not hearing the same. It's not the same set. Some of the visuals, which are incredible, you can look them up online. So they would use some of the same visuals, but paired with different songs each night. There's this awesome skeleton that kind of comes up out of the ground, comes to life, and then gets on a motorcycle, and then rides through this whole thing. And there are dancing bears. I mean, basically, if you take that poster and then just move it around, what I've been, and I'm still processing after a couple of weeks of this, it felt like they plugged into my mind and everybody else that was there, all these other heads, and all right, what do you think about when you're listening to this music, no matter what state you may be in? High as a kite, sober as a northern judge, whatever. And that's what was projected on the screen.
Right.
It was really amazing.
And the quality, obviously, of the video is absolutely insane. Better than anything you've seen in your life.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it's computer generated, and then in the visuals, then they would sort of bake in a live shot of the band, right? So
right.
The people in the 400 second, the nosebleeds and all that could see the band.
And there's not a bad seat in the house, basically, with the screen. The band almost seems secondary unless they put them up on the visuals.
Yeah, I mean it's it's interesting because Dead and Co. I mean, they were all wearing black T-shirts, or their clothes, it wasn't as colorful, on stage. As you would have seen before, but the sound is incredible. Like I said, the visuals are incredible. It is just one of the best concert experiences, like I said, I have ever seen in my entire life.
Well, that goes without saying. That's why I wanted to talk to you about it, because, I mean, what you can't even compare it to anything. You can almost compare it to maybe going to an IMAX movie. That's about it.
Do you remember when we were younger, Laser, Pink Floyd, and Laser Zeppelin at the planetarium, right?
Yes.
Imagine that.
Laser rock shows. We used to do them in Huntington, Long Island. So songs like Crazy on You, Blue Oyster Cult, Godzilla. There were a few that they loved using in the laser rock shows. And the people that came up with the laser rock shows, all they had to do is hang in there, because the Sphere is made for that. Even if you sold tickets where they just did some kind of laser rock show, that would be amazing. What do they do? Is there a show there every night? I know the Dead are doing the weekends, but on a Tuesday, is that place just sitting there, or are they showing movies and other stuff?
Yeah, during the day they're doing something called sphere Earth or something like that. So they've done all this drone footage of the Earth and stuff like that. And so they're they just cover the stage. Nobody sits on the floor. Everybody puts in the seats. And they for tourists and things like that, they do this like movie thing.
Right.
But I highly recommend anybody that if you get out there before mid-August, I think August 10th is the last date that Dead & Company are going to play. I can definitely see them coming back next year. The Eagles just announced, I think they're doing 12 shows.
Who's singing for the Eagles?
It's Vince Gill, Glenn Fry's kid, and Don Henley.
That's not the Eagles. Vince Gill's not an Eagle.
I just report what
Glenn Fry's kid is not an Eagle.
Well, it's the evolution of the Eagles, I guess.
Well, they should change it a little bit.
Eagles in tow?
They should call it the sort of Eagles. Does Glenn Fry's kid sound like Glenn Fry?
I don't
Because
know.
Glenn Fry had such a unique voice when he was singing those hits for the Eagles, and Don Henley, sure, that makes you feel like you're still watching the Eagles when he sings his songs.
I mean, listen, I worked years in classic rock radio. I don't ever need to see or listen to the Eagles again. They weren't necessarily my cup of tea.
I hate the Eagles, and now to know they're on tour as the sort of Eagles is going to drive me nuts for this entire day.
TV, when I was at Q104 25 years ago, that used to say the Eagles equals rating.
Yeah, sure, of course. Name one good Eagles song that wasn't overplayed on the radio.
Well, I'd say the first two albums that nobody really talked about were great. I can't think off the top of my head. There was some good blues stuff in the beginning. Some of the Laurel Canyon. An old Laurel Canyon band.
Nope.
They're not in my top.
Nope.
They're not in my top 10.
Nope. There's not one good Eagles song. Every one of them was overplayed by rock radio.
But I can see.
Hold on. Breaking news by JD Straight Shot. The Eagles are better than Jim and Sam. This son of a bitch knows how to get me. I love the Eagles now. Cheers to JD Straight Shot. All right, back to you, Robert.
I could see. Any act that has like a history behind it playing the Sphere, because you could. Visual could be, years of their pictures and stuff like that. But I could see Taylor Swift setting up shop there for a couple of months. I could see Beyonce setting up shop there for, do a residency. I could see, Long Island's own Billy Joel doing a set there, doing a residency there.
Well, why are they taking their time? It's like it was U2. Now it's the Dead. Who's next? The Eagles? The sort of Eagles?
U2, Fish did 4 nights.
Okay.
Dead & Co. I mean,
Right.
it's a production. You're not going to have somebody roll in just for a night.
Oh, you just have a floppy disk and you put it in for the visuals and then start playing your songs.
But see, now that's job creating as well.
Did Littlefoot ever work at K-Rock? Regardless, what is his opinion on that channel and the lack of rock and roll in American culture in the last 20 years? Oh my God, that's a great question by Ross Dogg's Broken Spirit. Me and Littlefoot, we worked in rock radio for many, many years, and now most cities don't even have a rock station, which is crazy, right?
Yeah. There's not much good new rock that commercial radio is playing. A lot of non-coms or like FUV in New York, they play good music. FMU, but no, I never worked at K-Rock. In New York, I worked at Q104.
Yeah.
Although I have behind me, I have a bunch of records that were from K-Rock.
Really?
When I was in Boston, I started in Boston at a classic rock station up there. In the mid-'90s, everybody was going to CD, and K-Rock got rid of all of their vinyl records and shipped them up to we were sister stations, shipped them up to my station in Boston. And my program director at the time was like, listen, I can't afford to pay you overtime, but we have to go through all these records. So make 4 piles, keep what you want. We'll make another pile for things that we don't have duplicates of at the radio station. We're going to do a big giveaway. We're going to give away our record collection as a promotion, and then I think the other pile will be donated to like.
Oh my God! With the people that are really into vinyl records, they must be losing their mind over you.
This was, I mean, again, this was like 30 years ago. So a good chunk of my collection. I mean, over the years, I've winnowed it a bit, but I've got records that still have, like, the alphabet. So you can put it back in the stack, or but these were records that were played at K-Rock.
Oh my God! Show us one thing from
think I might have.
All right, Robert is getting up. He's going to show us something. Thank God he's got pants on. Thank God you got pants on, Robert. He's going through his vinyl records. Let's see what he pulls out. What little nugget he pulls out from his vinyl records collection. Yeah, he's looking. Here he goes. Oh, no, he didn't like that one. All right, he's looking for something else.
I just saw one the other day.
This is a very important pick. This is called Littlefoot's pick. What is he going to pick out of his vinyl record collection? This is why you watch my live stream. This is crazy. What has he got?
Here's Paul McCartney's first record. This was from the K-Rock collection.
What was the name of the first record?
McCartney.
Okay, and what's on that one? I love solo Paul McCartney, but I don't know the songs off the actual.
Well, for this was Maybe I'm Amazed.
Yeah, Maybe I'm Amazed.
But without that little piano tinkle that we started playing from the live version. But no,
right.
He recorded this whole record by himself, played every instrument, produced the whole thing.
Is that the first one he put out?
First one. This is, yeah.
Do you know the story of that album?
It's on Apple Records.
Do you know the story of that album?
Yeah.
So the Beatles were breaking up or whatever, and, I think it was, they told Ringo, was it Ringo and George or just Ringo? They told Ringo, definitely Ringo, and it might have been George as well, to march over to Paul McCartney's house and tell him he can't put out his solo record because it's going to mess up with the whole Beatles vibe. And Paul McCartney basically slammed the door in Ringo's face and said, "Go screw, I'm putting this thing out."
They wanted to delay it so it didn't come out at the same time as Let It or Abbey Road.
Exactly right. Yeah, so Paul's like, "Look, if we're done, we're done. I'm putting my record out. I don't care if it's coming out around the same time as a Beatles record. Tough shit." And he told Ringo to beat it. And then I think as Ringo was marching back to his car, Paul said, "Hey, by the way, when you're sleeping at night, I'm redoing all your drum parts."
I didn't hear that part.
Just a rumor. Just a rumor. All right, Littlefoot. I got to get Doggy on the beach.
Oh, it was good to get up this early, I think.
It's good for you. Go for a jog. Sweat out some of that whiskey. Do you have whiskey in your coffee right now?
No, it's just regular coffee.
Oh God, with that old deli cup.
Yeah.
You know how many great coffee shops there are in where you live? I don't know if you officially tell people where you live, and you're going to a deli.
No, it's a ceramic mug. I've had this for.
Oh, all right, that's badass.
Yeah, I've had this for, I don't know, probably 25 years.
Dude, for real, my bad. It went from so lame to beyond cool.
No, I make my, I bring
all right,
my own.
Oh, look at you. Look, someone is still making money. Oh, look at you. How is it to make money still?
I buy my own beans. I buy beans down the store.
But that cup is awesome because that's the cup. I don't think they have that cup in other cities, right? That's a traditional New York City
Greek
where you go in and they just give you a cup of coffee that's way too burnt because it's been on the burner for hours. And you walk out and you're miserable. And that's why all the mom and pop coffee shops popped up, because they weren't taking their coffee seriously at these delis. And now every deli will basically say, best cup of coffee, cheap, best cup of coffee. They're trying to get people to, go back into the bodegas to buy coffee, and it ain't happening.
But bodega coffee has got cat piss in it.
Right. All right, if we're talking about coffee, we should leave anyway, Robert. But I think, I got you up early. I think you should go for a nice jog. Is the heat wave still happening?
Yeah, we said that earlier. It's already, I had to turn the air off so it wouldn't interfere with the sound.
Oh, so you're sweating now.
It's 78 degrees in my apartment here because, as you can see, the sun is beating down.
Right.
No, it was 95 yesterday in Manhattan.
Well, I'm not happy because it's about 72 on the deck right now. I'm a little, look, I got a long sleeve shirt on. I'm cold. A little chilly out here today, Robert.
Well, keep that as a blessing because the United States Weather Service just announced that the heat advisory is extended until Sunday. Here.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'll
the
feel for you,
dome is
Robert.
sitting on top of us, man.
Well, look, let's let the people know. You do a little shore action yourself. You're not sitting in your apartment dying. You'll be
All
on
summer now.
No, you'll be at the shore sooner than later. So, my friend Littlefoot, thank you, brother.
You're welcome. Good to see you.
Good to see you. There he goes, my friend Robert, and there it is. I think we're going to end the show for today. So hit the like on the way out. I would greatly appreciate that. If you gave me a $5, man, I really, really appreciate that because I don't want to do this for totally free. And the big plug, I got another episode of Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. That's my second podcast. I got two podcasts. I got the Opie Radio. That's the main podcast feed. And then a little side project, second podcast feed called Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. And it's just quick moving, really funny clips from my archives. And on the latest episode, it's me and Carl at the Big Apple Barbecue with all his barbecue friends, just busted balls. And then we threw in a couple clips from the Get Fots that we're now doing on a regular basis. So I hope you download that. That'll help the cause. Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. Look at this. Tommy Festa. Check out Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. Fantastic shit. I think we end with that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tommy Festa. I hope you all have a good weekend, and we'll be...